Welcome back to the Purple Rain podcast, and this is going to be a real emotional one for me, because we're going to talk about, my tenure with Zaze. So of course, Sharky has to be here. It still has not sunk in the fact that the PWHL, the league that has literally got my heart, the league that I am trying so hard to help grow, I'm literally advocating for, it's still hard to believe that league is coming to Zaze, a city that has meant a great deal to me over the last 17 years now. It's crazy, how time's flown, crazy. Because for me, obviously, Sharky's where it all began, really. Sharky's kind of where it all began, really. My first involvement with the American hockey scene was with the Zaze Sharks in 2009. In fact, I'm going to tell you guys how I ended up choosing Zaze. So I was 12 years old at the time, and what I did was I looked at the current set of teams at the time, which looked completely different compared to what it is now, heading into 2026-27. But I looked at the time and I thought, right, if I was ever lucky to one day get out there and see my team live, where would I be happy to go to? And for me, it was California. I mean, pretty much every young kid wanted to go to California one day. So that really helped narrow it down. So you then had the LA Kings, Anaheim Ducks, and Zaze Sharks. And I knew what Anaheim and LA were, because LA is famous for Hollywood, and Anaheim is famous for Disneyland. I had no idea what Zaze was. So I kind of felt, okay, here's an opportunity for me to learn about a city I've never heard of, but also get behind a team I felt really proud of. Because I did love the look of the Sharks branding. I love the jersey design. That teal is such a unique colour scheme. A part of me is a bit gutted that Peter Zaze won't be incorporating teal, but I did. But hopefully the orange will look fine when we get to see the branding later in the year when it comes out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I chose Zaze as my team. Little did I know back then in 2009 that I would then have to adopt a second team. Because you guys know, I'm all about loyalty. When it comes to sports, I'm a one team per league kind of guy. And of course, the last 3 years, that philosophy pretty much has gone out the window. And of course, very recently, I did of course adopt Nordy, and the Wild is my second NHL team. As you guys know, I do have a Wild jersey in my wardrobe. I do have some Wild gear as well. I think you're getting some more Sharks gear. Yeah, since we got back to the trip, I've kind of noticed there hasn't been that much Sharks gear that there used to be in my wardrobe. So I kind of feel like I need to get some more Sharks gear as well this summer. So, yeah, so that'll be happening as well, yeah. You used to have quite a fair amount, and then but I've noticed since we're getting ready for the trip, it's like not much there than it used to be. So yeah, it's might need to be stocked for that. But yeah, so I've been with the Sharks for 17 years now. We've been through some really great highs, really great lows. I mean, I can't believe that this year it's the 10-year anniversary since we went to the Stanley Cup Finals. I can't believe that. I do still try to look back on that with fond memories, but it's so hard when you know what went wrong. If we had won Game 2 of that series and sent it back to Zaze tied, and then the rest is played out the way it did, so we get Games 3 and 5, they get Games 4 and 6, that remember we would have gone straight back to Pittsburgh for Game 7, and I think we would have won because the Sharks are very good at winning Game 7s. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, but yeah, lots of really great highs. And of course, obviously I got my first opportunity to go out there in 2018. That was an incredible experience. Managed to get 4 games in San Jose, so that was Vegas. It was during Vegas' first season. Arizona, Vancouver, Dallas, and we also got a first game in Anaheim because there was a good gap between games and happening in San Jose, which meant that I was able to go to Anaheim, take up a bucket list for me and go and do Disneyland. And Sharky was also playing there as well, so that meant I got to do my first ever road game for the NHL. It was last minute, not just me and Eddie, but the entire pack had to convince you to do it. Because we kind of like, you're never going to have this opportunity ever again. And you did it, and you... Yeah. Did Suri thought draws for that? He did, because right, for the trip, each of us picked one game to accompany you with, and Suri thought picked the last one. So he kind of thought, right, it's still going to be a way before I get my guaranteed game I was going to go to, so I'll just tag up this one. Wasn't his team also playing that night? Because I didn't know the eyes were playing. They were. But he checked the score when we got back. Yeah, he did. Yeah. And you got a little best friend. No, leave Ducky there. No, we don't just bring Ducky up. No, Ducky's got to stay there. You can play with Ducky, you can bring him down afterwards, alright? You can play with Ducky afterwards, but not now. Not right, leave Ducky there. Leave Ducky there. Okay, you can play with Ducky afterwards. You've got to do some work with me first, then you can go and play with Ducky afterwards, okay? We can bring him down afterwards, okay? You can play him later. Yes, that was very good. And then, of course, got to do my most recent trip to San Jose back in 2023. That was towards the end of February 2023. I was there for Patrick Mars' retirement night. Not that I knew it was going to be at the time of booking the trip. No. But because it was delayed. Yeah, that return trip to San Jose got delayed because of COVID. I was looking at maybe doing it at some point during the 2020-21 season, but of course, obviously, COVID prevented that. So it had to be delayed by a few seasons. And then, of course, since then, I've been focusing on the PWHL. My involvement in the NHL is getting gradually less and less by the minute. So, yeah. So, we're avoiding now, Sharky. If we do get back up to San it'll probably be mostly for the PWHL, not you. Yep. Yeah. I think it'll be probably like, with Minnesota, it's while playing, while we're there for the PWHL, great. If not, doesn't matter. That's being what's going to be with San Yep. I'm not sure if George is going to ever wear Sharks jerseys to Stars ever again. Because you are the Peter. Oh yeah! Yeah. Because obviously I'll have my Frost jersey with me. Obviously Peter Zaze jersey, so. Oh. Yeah. Oh dear. But what if they were there for a Zaze homestand and the Sharks playing as well? Could you not think British Sharks taking that one? You could, but I would then be tempted to put the Frost jersey one for it and try and do like a look. Here's Frost bands at a Sharks game like that kind of thing. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, I've still got some Sharks coats with me, so I can take one of those and put it on over the PW jersey that I would choose to wear. So, anyway. Yeah. So I've been involved with that for a very long time. And then, obviously, in 2015, when the Sharks, along with the Ducks, Kings, Oilers, and Flames, all chose to move their NHL teams close to home, I then got involved with the American Hockey League, and I've been with the Barracuda since day one. Even on my last trip, so I got to check out the Barracuda. So I was there for 2 day games during their inaugural season at Texas Arena. Oh god, how do I try and fit that in now? Oh dear. Yeah, how are we supposed to try and fit nothing? Oh dear. It's not going well for you, is it? There's more cons to this than there's bar pros. Yep. Oh dear. And would you want to wear P-Dog gear for a Barracuda? No. If we were go to Barracuda, I would still wear Barracuda gear. Says he's the one got the hard luck. But, yeah. So, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So, I know that two hockey teams can work in the tank. Because back when the Barracuda came to Stars in 2015, they did initially have to share the SAP Center with the Sharks. And I always looked at them and thought, it's okay for now, but realistically in the long term, this is not going to work. No, this is not going to work. Because for an AHL game, you're roughly getting an average attendance of about 4,000 per game. So I just looked at that and thought, okay, this is not going to work for the long haul. So I was so excited when I heard that the Barracuda were getting a new arena belt, which is really great. It's a really gorgeous facility. It hosted the AHL Classic back in 2024. So during the PHL's first few days, as a league, it's a really beautiful facility. It is specifically designed for the AHL. So you can't really do any other major hockey events in there because it was specifically designed for Frenzy, for the AHL. It's an absolutely beautiful facility. But I suppose if the league really needed to, so say there's a clash with going with Sharky, you couldn't work with the SAP, so you probably could get away with like a one-off game at Tex Arena, but no. I could totally see the team practicing there, but not playing a game there. They did host a rivalry series game back in 2024-25. Oh yeah, for one of the first ones of the 24-25 season, they did have a rivalry series game there. But yeah, you're right, George, it's not really ideal for a full-time women's hockey. No. It could do a preseason game there. You could get away with doing a preseason game there, because obviously, for this season, Montreal did their preseason game at the venue they used during the inaugural season. That's fine, because obviously preseason's not really open to the public. So you could potentially see Saturday do a preseason scrimmage there, but that's probably the most you could get. Yeah. So honestly, I am just beyond excited for the PHL to come to Saturday. It's been my hockey town for 17 years now. It's crazy how we've yet to get back out there. I mean, it's just... I know, that's because, there's been other things going on, I mean, because since the PHL was launched, as you both very well know, I've literally just put my head full on, just gone in head first and gone full into it. I just put a lot of time, energy, and devotion to it, so... And I have made it very clear, going forward, when we go out to the States, I want it to be for the PHL. And if, say, the Sharks or Wild happen to be there at the same time, fine, we'll get you in. But you're not. But what I'm trying to say to you, Sharky, is you're no longer the prime focus. Now, if I'm out for the States, it's for hockey. It's mainly going to be to try and get as many PHL games as I possibly can. But if, say, there's a Sharks game happening or a Wild game happening while we're there, fine, we'll try and sneak you in. But you're not the prime focus anymore, because this league is where I'm going to be. This league is where I'm focusing on my time and my energy, and that is what I'm going to be doing right now for the foreseeable future. Because so much hard work has gone into getting this league up and running, and now so much hard work needs to be done to make sure this league can stay afloat for the generations to come. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be so exciting to see, how Saze takes this team to heart. If you can brand it right, then that would be really good. I mean, orange is... I remember when the colour scheme got announced, right? That colour scheme, it kind of took me back a bit. Because orange is not really a colour that you think works with jerseys. I mean, God's sake, Edmonton. Who seriously thought that doing an orange jersey would work in Edmonton? It was like, oh my god, my eyes! I know, right? You can't make Conor McDavid wear that! I know, not even he could pull an orange jersey off, and he's got the looks to pull off any jersey. Steady! 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 It's not that sort of show, George! I am dreading the Canada World Cup jerseys coming out. I'm dreading that. Because it'll be 4 nations all over again. It will be 4 nations all over again. You said you weren't going to get involved in 4 nations. Then, oh look, Conor McDavid's photograph in Canada jersey for all having that. What can I say, boys and girls? I'm a man. I have needs. Deal with it. Especially when it comes to that department. Consider you two lucky that I did back Canada, boys. Because if I had backed one of the other teams, then we would have had to miss the Frost game. So there you go. There you go. Alright? Okay. But, yeah, you could argue the only reason I picked Canada for 4 nations was because I thought Conor McDavid did look very sexy in the Team Canada jersey. So, there you go. What can I say? He's good looking. But not even he could have pulled that jersey off, so thank God those didn't last very long for all our sakes. Yeah. Then for their first advertisement, they tried to do like a white jersey with the orange on the shoulders, and that looked quite nasty. Yeah, that was all. Yeah, it was that. It was like, oh, yeah. Orange isn't really cool. I'm surprised the Flyers have managed to pull it off for a very long time. Yeah, because obviously we would need to ask Hapler about that, because obviously he's our Flyers supporter. Yeah. But I'm surprised the Flyers managed to get away with it. Yeah. But what does give me confidence about Sarze's colour scheme is Frenzy did wear it for an alternate. Yeah. Back in the Barracuda's early days, the Barracuda did have an orange alternate jersey, which I did think looked really lovely. So I do know that a Sarze team can pull off orange. It's just the question. It's all going to be about what shadings and gradients that they use, because if you get it wrong, then it's going to look like an eyesore. But if you get it right, it should be about tolerable. Yeah. But yeah, so it's very exciting, especially if you have 2 designs made, because I'm very confident that the expansion teams next season will have the year 1 style jersey. So that's when you'll have your city's name and diagonal lettering for year 1. Then year 2, your brands will get slapped bang on the crest for year 2. And both those jerseys will be going up in my wardrobe at some point. Yeah. So yeah, but very exciting. How's the blue gonna work? Yeah, I'm wondering about that. Yeah, because basically you're gonna have the opposite of an Edmonton Oilers jersey, because Edmonton's jersey has the base template is blue. They've got orange accents, whereas we're doing it the other way around. That will be interesting. We'll see. Speaking of brands, there is one name that I really want to see be used for Sarze. It is, of course, Hammerheads. Sarze Hammerheads is a name I saw being put around online before the team was officially announced back on May 19, and I think it's a really good name. The current mayor, when he spoke at the press conference, he also lobbied for it. In fact, can you just... Yeah, stay there, Sharky. I'm going to look up the history behind it. Because I do know the history behind it, but I'm going to read it out to you guys just in case you guys aren't aware of what it is. Yeah. Also for these two as well. Because there is a heritage to it. We're not just saying it because it's, it's a really good name. It sticks with the aquatic theme, which would work well for Zaze, because you could say we had the sharks, barracuda, and now hammerheads. Plus, the branding. If you go down hammerheads route, the branding, I could just see so much potential for that branding, which would look really, really good, as a whole. So I just think it'd be really good. Yeah. So the name Hammerhead, it's a nod to former mayor Susan Hammer, who was instrumental in bringing professional hockey to the city during her tenure. So I think that would be a really good shout. So I really hope Hammerheads does get used, especially as I don't think Hamilton's going to go down the Hammer route, because that's what's happening with their AHL team. Yeah. I do think Hamilton could go down a steel route, which would be a bit tricky given how their colour scheme's gold and maroon. But they could probably pull it off. So yeah, so I really would love Hammerhead to be the name. I think any other name for me just would not be acceptable option. It's basically got to be Hammerheads or nothing. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with that name and brand. Hopefully we will get that before the start of this season. I mean, Seattle Vancouver last year pretty much set the precedent of how you're supposed to go about with your naming, because they managed to get theirs in time for the start of the season. So we'll see if these 4 teams can do it, despite the fact they were pretty much announced way later than both Vancouver and Seattle were. But it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. So maybe around about the 2-week mark before the season starts, maybe that's when we might get the names and brands, because that's what happened with Vancouver and Seattle last year. But yeah, so really excited, and of course I'm gonna get out there. There we go. I know. Of course I'm gonna get out there. It's just obviously, as you guys know, this is gonna be really tricky for me because I summed it up really. Go on. Stop laughing! It's not funny. Oh, it is. It is. It's so funny. You have spent your entire life rooting for teams in San Jose, and now you've got to root against them. Only on Frost game days. It's not funny. It's not funny. I remember this in LA gets a team. It's not funny. Are you kidding? Oh, God, it's priceless. Oh, God. You better hope that we don't meet that the Frost does not meet Saturday early in the season. You better hope. Give me at least 5 weeks. Give me at least the first 5 or 6 weeks, and then make us play. All right? Just don't make it straight away, please. So of course, we will get out there. We will come back to Thursday, and we will be making Sharky watch a PWHL in person. Like how on the last game of our trip this year, we got Nordy to come with us to watch the last game of our trip. That's lovely. That was lovely. Yeah, it's just I just don't know when. I don't know when we'll get back on Thursday. Because ideally, before Thursday was even considered a possibility, I was thinking, right, I need at least one more trip out just to Minnesota. Because we didn't really get that opportunity to explore No. We kind of knew that because obviously, you know, we only had 1 free day of the trip that wasn't either for hockey or travel. So we didn't really have the opportunity to really probably explore the city. Plus, we also had the suitcase dilemma, thanks to Denver. Yeah. Go check out the travel diary to hear what we mean by that. Yeah. So we didn't really get to really probably explore Minneapolis as a whole, or the state as a whole properly, because it's obviously there's probably some cities close by we could have also gone into. Yeah. So I was kind of thinking we need at least one more trip out to Minnesota, get to properly explore the city, and then I consider how you then bring Zaza into it. Has that now gone to the wayside now? And how you feel? Well, because I just feel more drawn to Minnesota right now than I do now, because obviously my focus is on the PWHL. So, yeah, I don't know. Plus, I haven't decided if we're going to do 26, 27, or 27, 28. Yeah, it's just, you know. I mean, obviously, we have said we want to do as many of these trips as possible. We want to get back out there and watch the PHI in person as many times as possible. But of course, it all depends on several factors: finance, and health. Yeah, we'll see as the main factors. There was one other one, wasn't there? No, I think it was just that. Was it just finance and health? Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah, but finances didn't help with the big reasons that could maybe affect that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think really we can do anything until schedules come out, and that might determine what we want to do. Because I think it would be either we do Minnesota on its own, or we combine the two. I'm not in the position right now that I want to do just Zaza yet again. I mean, who knows? One day there could be a trip where we just do Zaza, and it's to get as many PHL games as possible, which might even coincide with the Frost doing. Because we did say that we might want to do a Frost Road game one day, and here comes the opportunity to do it. Yeah, and you've been put in 2 states of mind. It's bad for us. I know it's bad for you too. I know it's fine for you two. Do you reckon I could get away with what I did in the 2023 London series, where I go like massive cheer for one team, and then like a little for the other? So that's what I did. I know because I was there. No, well you only did that. Well, you only did that for the first game. Oh my god, you were a pain in the ass. What? For the 2023 notice, you were a complete pain in the ass because you didn't really have a team you wanted to ready back. It was Cubs Cardinals. It was a really great series because it was such an epic rivalry. And I thought it was 2 really good teams. So I had the teams. So initially I was going to back both of them because for game 1 we were on the Cubs side, and for game 2 we were on the Cardinals side. And for game 1 I did cheer both sides, but mainly because the Cubs just sat there in silence. We didn't really hear anything from them unless they scored. And then for game 2, because the Cardinals fans were more up for it, I can't. But you know what? I may as well. I'll just back Cardinals. And get both these cocks at the end. Yeah. So do you reckon I could probably get away with doing that? We'll see how that goes. You've got no choice. Frost is your team. Yeah. The Frost is your team. Like how Sharky is your team. Yeah. It's just you've now got to have a second team to care about from time to time. Yeah. How did you cope this year with Sharks? Well, the fact that we had 3 really cracking games between the Sharks and Vardy helped a lot. But I never gave Vardy a cheer at any point during those games. Because Sharky is my team. That's what I need to root for in this situation. But obviously, at the end of the day, I'll be like, well, it's win when he went for me away because I know one of my teams is going to win. and that's how I'll have to look at it in the PWHL. Frost aren't my team, so can't ship as Zaze, but either way, it's win-win for me, because one of my teams is going to be guaranteed the points. Yeah. But it's going to be so complicated when it comes to travel. Yeah. But we will get back at Zaze eventually at some point, but it will now be just with the PWHL and Sharky. Try and find a game if you're lucky. You'll have to come and attend the P-Dub, my friend. You have to wear an orange. You have to wear a P-Dub jersey. You're very welcome. Does it give you more extra credit with your work that you do? I mean, you are the hardest working mascot in sports. Yes. Yeah. But I am gonna get the gear. I've got a lot of Frost gear right now in my wardrobe. But I will also be getting some Zaze gear as well. So if we're there in Zaze and there's a PWHL in the Frost art pack, and then put that on, it'll be fine. But obviously, if it's Zaze and the Frost in town, you will see me in Frost gear. Period. Just there's no way around that because the Frost are my team. And I think the benefit of having done the dualization now with the Sharks of Wild, that has helped prepare me for what it's like, so that I can then just take it on into my stride with the PWHL and just take it forward. Yeah. So it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting times. Yeah. It's gonna be exciting times. I mean, Thursday does open a lot of trial possibilities. You know, like potentially doing that takeover tour game without that's not the Frost. Obviously, we did Lubbock experience in Denver. We made it. We did Lubbock experience in Denver. And I kind of thought, oh, maybe it'd be a good idea to maybe attend a takeover tour game where the Frost aren't involved and see what it's like there. Because there were a handful of people at Ball Arena who were not with the Frost or the Sirens. Yeah. So we did spot a Fleet jersey in our block. We did. Yep. So I think, oh, what would it be like to go to a takeover tour game as a Frost fan, but it's not the Frost in play? Yeah. And we could technically now do that with now a team coming against Zaze. We could go to take a tour game back in Zaze there, but I would be in the Frost gear. Yeah. So that's yeah. And also possibility for a road game. Yep. With either the Frost or Zaze, we're up for that. Yeah. Yeah. So there's lots of trouble. Right now, it doesn't sound appealing because it's like, oh, what do we do? Yeah. But eventually, the trial bird bits will be there because it opens a lot of possibilities. But it's just right now, I just want to focus on Minnesota. I know. It's just like, ugh. But honestly, I'm so happy Silas is getting a team, but you've just now made my life a little bit more hard when it comes to traveling. We will make it work. We'll make it work. And of course, right now, you pretty much have to live by the schedules. So whatever the schedules gives you, you have to basically just roll with it and just plan it around that. Because it's not like we can say, oh well, we can plan it around when Thursday comes to Minnesota. We can't really do that now because it could be that because we might not come against forming that afterwards. Yeah. So so it really all depends on what happens with those schedules. Yeah. We need more games. I know. We need more games. We need them now. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's a bit quiet what's going to happen next season in terms of scheduling. Because really, with 12 teams now, you should be basically putting more games on the card. Especially as how the World Championships are now before the season, not during the season. So that opens up some more dates in the diary. Yeah, but we'll see. We will see what happens. We get scheduled out, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be a lot of decisions need to be made. And I'm gonna need you two's opinions on that as well because it's not just me. We're a team. We are a team. So it's gonna be. I just can't wait. I honestly can't wait to see how Zaze handles having the PWHL in its backyard. Can't wait. Can I just put out something else now? when we do eventually get back out to San Jose, I'm going to be terrified for you because you're going to be just an emotional wreck. I can just see it now. We walk into SAP Center, we get to our seat, and you immediately just go for our waterworks because the emotion would just well you up. Because, you know, never in your wildest years did you ever think that the PHL would come to San Jose. And yet, here it is. It's here full time. You are not gonna cope. You are not gonna cope, my friend. You will not cope. I'm worried. I'm actually worried for you when you do that because you're not gonna cope. Nah. I did always think that maybe San Jose could have been a stop for the takeover tour. Because, you know, us three, we did wonder back in the season, how would a Californian team work? Especially, of course, I've got the Sharks in San Jose. These two got the Kings in LA. So would Ducky? Not yet! He is itching to play with his Ducky. Not yet! So we kind of felt, would Ducky be the perfect compromise? Yeah. Because then us people wouldn't have to worry about, oh, what do we do? You know, but no. And I do still think Ducky could be a good shout. You know, if you're looking at maybe putting a SoCal team in one day, maybe go there. So maybe Hollister could be a good stop for the Takeover Tour this year. But I do think San Jose could work for a Takeover Tour stop. What was holding me back from saying yes to a team was, is it right for the league? Because with every single market you put into this league, you've got to think, is that the right market to go to? And if the league thinks so, then you just got to trust their call. You just got to just trust their judgment on it. So yeah. But yeah, I did kind of think San Jose would be a good shout for a Takeover Tour game. It's just I never thought it'd be a team, but here we are. Yeah, here we are, which is so exciting. Yeah. Could San Diego be considered for Takeover Tour? Yeah, because San Diego was being named as a potential spot for a team, and then of course that fell to the wayside. So, it would not surprise me if San Diego does get picked to go on the Takeover Tour this year because of that. Would not surprise me. Yeah, would not surprise me if they get as a result of the talks blowing through. Would not surprise me. Yeah, should be interesting. Very interesting, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. But honestly, it's going to be very exciting, you know, to have the PHL in San Jose. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they're going to partner up with the Sharks. So I expected a lot of good things from the Sharks to help this team, you know, integrate into the city. Brody Brazil, expecting a lot of content from you over the next couple of months. And I am free anytime. People want to talk all things PHL. Free anytime. So let's work together. Let's do that. And yeah, just so excited to see this brand new start of a new golden era for hockey in the Bay Area. And what I'm going to say to San Jose, this could be the final thing to talk about, is the one message I got for San Jose is you're going to be hooked from the first from the first go. From your first game. The moment you have your first game, you will be hooked in from the get-go. Yeah. It's exactly what happened to us. Yeah, it's going to happen to you. So, just get ready for what's going to be an amazing, exciting time for the Bay Area, which hopefully is going to be able to grow its women's hockey scene even further. Now it's the PHL. Because right now, there aren't really that many players from California in the league. Yeah. But by putting a team in California, in the Bay Area, you now have that opportunity to grow the women's game in the Bay Area, and then maybe say in 5 years or 10 years time, there'll be plenty of other players from California in the league. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, but also, it's emotional times. It's not going to sink in properly till their first game. But yeah, but honestly, so excited. And of course, I have already done a Birds episode where I cover how my dual affiliation with the Frost and PWHL is going to work out. You can go and check that that back. Yeah. Back. Let's make it very, very clear. My loyalty is to the Frost, but I will be adopting PWHL Saze as my second team, and there will be Saze gear going in my wardrobe when we get closer to puck drop on season 4 of the PWHL. Yeah. But I think that's going to be a good place to end it there. So just welcome one all. Welcome to the family. We're so excited to have you and cannot wait to attend a PWHL game in Saze in the near to distant future. So thank you so much for joining me for this emotional episode. Until next time, take care guys. Don't